Hey guys, welcome to a discussion of the latest Nintendo Direct, particularly Smash Brothers. I have with me Brad, my buddy Brad, and Gerardo, and we're just gonna, I guess, jump
Howdy.
right into it. So you guys, you wanted
Hey
to
there.
talk about, hey guys, you guys wanted to talk about the other games on the games that were not Super Smash Brothers, I guess,
You
on the
mean
Direct first.
You mean the
Is that
games that don't matter? Or
I guess so.
I want to talk about the direct first, just the actual direct itself, just so that we can get that out of the way, and then get to the juicy bits.
Okay, sure. Well, then I guess, do you guys want to start off with the sort of the main event of the Direct, probably the most important video game, Mario Tennis Aces?
oh yeah,
Clearly, I mean, even when you before the event went live, they just said like this will include information on Super Mario Tennis Aces or whatever.
To be
So
fair, they
clearly
did
the
have a lot of
forefront game.
information.
Huh?
Yeah, they did have a lot of information,
They
and
did.
to be honest, I am kind of happy about it because it does look a little fun.
Oh yeah.
The last time I played a Mario Tennis game was on the N64, and I loved it. So it's been a while.
It's definitely a game that I'm not gonna purchase, but I know that like if I played it, it would definitely be a fun time. And the meta that they sort of built around it, like I feel like I could sit down with some friends and like play it for a night and like get pretty good at it and fun with it.
I hope that Janelle buys it and I can play it proxy through her.
All right, well,
I doubt I'm going to be purchasing the game.
I'm willing to play it as long as I'm not paying for it. I'll say that.
yeah, okay.
We
that's
sound like a
true.
bunch of cheapskates.
Okay, but to be fair, this is my policy with like mini games. Like I ask you guys, hey, have you gotten this game yet?
yeah.
Like I'm borrowing Odyssey from Gerardo, and I think I'm borrowing a game from you too. I asked you about it the other day when we went to get sushi.
Not even that. I accidentally left Mario Kart in your Switch, and then you just like played it. For the
And I
past,
went on
like,
to
3
like,
He
weeks.
commandeered it.
I went on to like play it and like beat all the things in 150cc. Because I'm not gonna touch 200cc. Okay, but let's get into get back on the rails. Let's get into Mario Tennis Aces here then. So they showed off a few things like that. What was it, like the jumping? Like what was it called? It was like super jumping.
The zoning is like zone
Zoning.
shot.
Zoning.
Zone shot and zone speed. Those are like the new mechanics of the game.
I just accidentally opened the the videos. I wonder if that popped up if the rest of you guys heard that. But
No, I did not.
I didn't hear it.
yeah. So
think we're good.
you didn't hear? Okay, yeah. So you I guess so explain the zoning. I think I understood it.
Basically, you're kind of like getting the super bar, and as you're doing kind of these trick shots throughout your match, you'll build up some super, I guess, and you can use the super to kind of smack the ball wherever you want to go, and completely screw over your opponent, because that seems unfair.
Potentially.
But luckily, they can use the zoning speed as like a defensive maneuver to counter that.
Yeah, exactly. So they can like jump really quickly to it or something. And then there was also like it's pretty interesting when they do the zoning thing. You like jump up into the air and then you have this like first person kind of like weird view. It's really interesting actually. And like I
You
noticed
freeze time.
Yeah. It was basically like you froze time and then you hit it and then like I don't know, it seemed interesting.
Well, that sounds cool, considering my only experience with a tennis game is Wii Sports.
Wave that around. You
Did you-
control the guys?
All right. I don't know if there's a whole lot to dissect there. Do you guys have anything
No.
like? No. Okay.
No.
So
It's a tennis game.
it's definitely Mario playing tennis.
No,
Chain Chomp looks cool.
almost all the Mario sports games have some level of depth to them,
Mhm.
and personally, I don't really delve into the Mario sports games outside
Yeah.
the golf, which is really weird because
Oh.
I really like the Mario golf games.
Interesting. Okay.
I cannot. If this was Mario Golf, I think I would have a better time.
Mario Golf Aces. I wonder. No, it does seem pretty quirky, and like I would probably main Chain Chomp. Actually, I think Game Explain.
Oh, that was
so
interesting.
cool.
I saw Chain Chomp and I was like, how are you playable?
He's holding it in his mouth. So good.
That sounds pretty good. Actually.
And like it was funny. Like I was listening to the the Game Explain discussion about it, and one of them said like everybody but Bowser and Chain Chomp is wearing like tennis outfits. And like Bowser clearly wears clothes sometimes. Where's Bowser's?
Sometimes.
But okay, then like why isn't the Chain Chomp at least wearing a visor?
Oh, that would be so great. Chain Chomps wear hats in Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to
Yeah,
control
They
them.
work.
That is kind of
Totally
how
right.
that works. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know
think-
what else to say really.
Personally, for all of these Mario like sports games and even Mario Kart, I'd actually like to see the inclusion of more other first-party Nintendo characters.
But is it becoming like not a Mario Kart? I feel like Mario Kart game like wasn't Mario Kart anymore. It's more like Nintendo Kart.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why does it need to be Mario Kart?
Sure.
Just
Yeah, no.
because it's
I agree.
Nintendo's flagship franchise.
Absolutely, I agree. But then what happens to like Wii Sports and stuff? I mean, I guess they stopped doing that after the Wii. Okay. I guess I just answered my own question.
I mean, honestly, the only reason Wii Sports is the best-selling Wii game is because it came with the system.
Okay.
That's partially true.
I guess so.
I'm not gonna deny that.
It also probably was one of the best games on the Wii.
It is fun.
Yeah,
I poured so
think
many
there's
hours
probably-
into that game.
Yeah, no, same. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
think there's probably 10 games on the Wii that's worth picking up.
I think we're pretty done with Mario Tennis
Mario
Aces.
Tennis.
The ace game here. What about Splatoon? That was
Oh, I
Okay.
liked the DLC.
You're more the Splatoon player.
I do like Splatoon. I haven't played it in a while, mainly because Dragon Ball Fighters came out. and
Yeah.
I kind of like that game too. But when I was into it, I was really into it. I played it over Discord with a bunch of people in the Smash community,
Mhm.
and God, I was waiting for a good single player DLC actually. The single player in Splatoon 2 wasn't exactly up to par with anything else of its kind, especially the first game. So seeing this come out, it's kind of got me a little excited to actually dig into a more lore heavy story experience instead of this
Right.
kind of platformy game.
So it seems way more like single player focused. Do you think? I mean, I'm sure that you'll play a few rounds, like you're gonna get it. I'm assuming.
Eventually.
So like I'm assuming that you are
When's
gonna
it
play
coming
a
out again?
what?
When's it coming out again?
Good question. Keep talking while I look it up.
Because depending on when it comes out is depending on whether or not I'm going to be picking it up. If this game comes out if this DLC comes out anywhere around the realm of Smash,
April.
there's April.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I probably pick it up.
Do you feel like you're gonna play a whole lot of the online? Because I mean, I don't know if there's a whole lot of
I'll probably jump back into the online to be honest.
a little bit, right? But the single player is clearly the focus here for me. At
Yeah,
least.
but I kind of want to make an Octolink
Yeah,
because I really wanted to play as an Octolink online.
the Octolink that they showed was like pretty badass looking too.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she kind of does walk like an agent, and it kind of looks cool. What are all these
Right?
what are all these like tank babies doing here?
I know it looked really
What is
cool, and like
this?
that big like mob boss krill blue thing at the very end, like the very last cart that she walked through, would look really cool too.
And I noticed that all of the animals, or at least all the water dwellers that she was with, were
Mhm.
all deep ocean animals.
I
They were all
didn't
deep
catch
ocean
on to that,
fish.
but now that I'm thinking about it,
Because
yeah.
there were isopods, and then there was that ugly fish, and then none of them were just normal fish or anything. It was all deep water, deep, like dark depths sort of fish.
Yeah, and she's like
So-
clearly like under a subway, like pretty deep down under the
Yeah.
city
No.
or whatever, Inkopolis. That's pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Something that I noted.
It's $20.
That is the one hesitation I have. That is like, oh, $20.
Is it worth $20 for? If I had the game, sure, I'd throw $20 at it. But the reason why I didn't get Splatoon is because I'm not into like the whole online only. I mean, I guess it's not on. There is a campaign, quote unquote, but like, I mean, it's not the point, and you can get through it in like what, 2 hours?
No. It took me at least 5-6 hours.
Oh, 5. It's longer than the original.
It's longer than the first one. The
Okay.
first one was just a glorified practice mode. This one was a little bit more substance, but not that much more.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm still not gonna get it, but
Yeah,
maybe I'll borrow it from one of you guys. But yeah, it's not one of those. If I had it, I'd throw $20 at it. You know, if it was my kind of game. Go ahead.
I'm not really familiar with Splatoon. Is it like solely a single player DLC, or is there any multiplayer content for it?
Well, the multiplayer content, from what I gather, is it's probably going to be either more stages attached to Salmon Run and the multiplayer,
I don't
and the
think that
ability.
they showed any new stages, did they?
I said might.
Oh, okay.
We don't know enough.
All we know is
But-
that there is a new campaign revolving around an octoling, not a squid.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
now play as once you get through that campaign, you can now play as octolings in multiplayer.
It's like adding on another
It's not
race.
just squids
Okay,
now.
cool.
Yeah. That's
that's
it.
Yeah.
that's from what I see.
All we know so far, at least. That's it.
Speculating they're gonna be giving up some, because I mean,
Yeah.
look at what she was walking through, all that subterranean like
I know.
subway systems, and I was like, that'd be really cool.
That would be pretty
multiplayer
cool.
map.
That would be pretty cool, yeah. It does seem kind of weird that they wouldn't. It's clearly a multiplayer focused game. I don't know why they wouldn't add like multiplayer maps.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
And I think I've also been spoiled with DLC too, because normally when DLC costs $20, yeah, I'm like going through a completely new land, like in Solstheim or something in Skyrim.
Sure, yeah, that's true. I mean, Skyrim DLC isn't a whole. I mean, Elder Scrolls DLC is like on a whole other level though. Like
No,
you get
I
a
know.
lot of content for like
Well,
$10 or something, whereas like
I think-
Breath of the Wild, here's a motorcycle. And
Okay,
then
Breath of the
one
Wild
dungeon.
was an interesting case. Did you get your $20 worth? I'm like,
Eh,
Judging
Yeah.
depends on what you're looking for in the game.
I'm
If
a.
you're
It's not like Skyrim DLC though. You pay $20
no,
for
no,
Skyrim.
no,
and
it's
you're
not.
getting-
It's not Skyrim DLC.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean the view is skewed because like with Skyrim, you just can't beat the horse armor.
Okay. Anyways,
I think you're talking about Oblivion.
being said, why don't we go ahead and jump into
mean,
the.
yes.
We should talk about the
Skyrim.
3DS because the 3DS is
So this is probably the
Rising.
biggest news of the whole direct is that the 3DS isn't dead.
no, it's writhing on the floor, gasping for breath.
Turns out, yeah, that's basically a pretty good explanation.
Breath of the 3DS.
Breath of the final breath of the 3DS. Because we're getting a WarioWare game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
not,
yeah.
It's not even new. It's just the mini games across the years.
The
Really?
biggest collection of the series, it says.
It's Mario Party Top 100 for WarioWare.
Pulse pounding, post-apocalyptic races and battles. Dylan's dead heat breakers is coming to the Nintendo 3DS.
I was
Okay.
actually kind of interested in playing Dylan's Rolling Western
Oh.
back like a while ago. But,
Are you going to buy Dylan's dead heat breakers on the
Prob-
Nintendo 3DS?
Probably not.
Yeah. Mario and
It's on the
Luigi's Inside
3DS.
Story. Okay, now here's one thing. The entire Mario and Luigi franchise minus I forget which game it is all playable on the 3DS now. Because of this.
What about the ones with the babies?
That not counting those. Just Mario and Luigi. Like strictly that franchise. That IP.
But that is Mario and Luigi, isn't it? Partners in Time.
Oh, Partners in Time. That was the only one that isn't included. Yeah. all but Partners in Time is playable on the 3DS. Because of this.
Plus
I think
Bowser
I've
Jr.
only
shows
played
up.
2 Mario and Luigi games, and that was Partners in Time and the first one.
I know, I'm just pointing it out that like it's cool how nearly the entire collection is on this console that is still getting updated actually up until 2019 at least. So.
How old is this console? Is it 7 years? 6 years?
No, it's been no, geez, it's been longer than that.
2011.
What 2011?
I'm really losing
I
track
think it
of
was
time.
2011.
7 years.
Console
Okay, yeah, 7
generation.
years. What'd you say?
I'm really losing track of time with this console generation.
Yeah, because it's been the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch and the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro and yeah.
Xbox One X.
Gerardo, I think it was yesterday, didn't even know when BioShock Infinite launched.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that like 3 years ago?
No, we were still in high school.
No, dude.
Really?
It
Yeah.
Was,
Oh my
he's
God.
right. It was 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I know.
God.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
oh
thought-
shit.
Really? That's a while ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago, man. Double that. Anyways, back on the rails. The scoop,
Okay.
a Detective Pikachu plus a new amiibo. We already knew about this.
I was I became disappointed with Detective Pikachu when they didn't voice cast Danny DeVito.
Oh, come on. That was a pipe dream anyways.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I
It
never
was-
expected
just-
that.
just like
Okay,
Terry
okay,
Crews
but
in
who else did
Overwatch.
who did they get?
I forget his
They
name.
got. He isn't exactly like whoever they got isn't exactly not known.
I think he sounds alright.
Yeah,
He
but I
sounds
think
like what I would expect that Pikachu to look like after that trailer.
we have very different ideas from what we expect from that Pikachu then.
They got Ryan
I
Reynolds.
still think Danny
No,
DeVito
that's for the movie.
would.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is for the
Oh,
movie.
that's right. There is a movie version,
Mhm.
which also should have been Danny DeVito.
Anyway, I think that the new
is
think that-
Deadpool.
what
Pikachu is Deadpool.
that is kind of like the joke.
All costume for Smash.
Anyways, Mysterious Mansion, Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS remake.
Oh my god, I am so confused by this.
Why?
I am so confused by this.
Tell me your thoughts,
Luigi-
Bradford.
Okay, why? I'm assuming that Nintendo has in the works Virtual Console or something of the like, where GameCube is included. So I'm wondering why this game is on the 3DS, when I'm assuming that GameCube games are coming really close on the Switch.
Think about it this way: the classic series is the Virtual Console. The
What?
Nintendo Classic Series is the virtual NES Classic, SNES Classic.
Oh, like GameCube isn't Virtual
Famicom.
Console yet.
No, yet is the Classic Series of consoles is the Virtual Console.
So N64 is too, because that was considered Virtual Console.
I'm saying that I'm not expecting a Virtual Console anytime soon. Not on the
I
Switch.
am not expecting Virtual Console the way that we used to know it at all.
So
I'm
it is
expecting-
so okay. What do you mean by that?
I am expecting something along the lines of what Xbox One and PlayStation Plus is doing, and they're going to rebrand it so that, when we subscribe to the online, we just have access to whatever old games they
I
put
think
up.
they said something similar to that back in the day.
Well,
But
yeah,
like I
they're-
think this
they're
is the
original.
case. Is that like we're not going to get a virtual console. Our virtual consoles are the classic series of consoles that they've been releasing. Why would they make a virtual console with SNES games when they just released a console with SNES games? You know what I mean? With like all the SNES games that matter at least, or not, maybe not all of them, but like
That's a pretty good point.
Well,
why would they
if
put
it-
Final Fantasy 2 on the virtual console when you can play Final Fantasy 2 on the SNES Classic?
They'd be
Oh,
competing
yeah.
with their
Oh,
own
I get what you
their
mean.
own console.
There's no reason to now.
Yeah, I mean, true.
It's gonna be
I like
remakes
that- I
and
like-
and classic series from here on out. I'm telling you.
I mean, I liked the idea of having a console that has kind of all in one, so that I don't have to set up a different console just so I can play some older games.
I mean,
But
yes, but that's the perfect world. Yeah, I would like to
It-
play Destiny 2 on my Switch, but that's not a.
oh
ga-
no,
you know.
no. Well, I think we're getting. I think that one's a little more out there than just an SNES game on a Switch.
No, but I'm saying like you're saying like you want a console that has everything. It's
Well, I have a PC.
I think he's saying he wants a console that has all Nintendo games.
Ever.
Ever.
My PC can technically hold all games ever.
Star Fox 2. Can
That
it?
too?
Really? Is there
Yeah.
there now?
Yeah, they have.
Didn't they? They did that like immediately after the SNES came out.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that.
I was gonna say they pirated that really quick.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I mean, so back to Luigi's Mansion though.
Ba-
Why is this on the
basically,
Switch?
I don't know. I see this as inferior, even
I-
if it's portable, because I like the Luigi's Mansion on GameCube, and it looked nice on GameCube. And just moving it, some people might like the portability aspects, but I'm also looking at that resolution and what 3DX has to offer there, and I'm like, it's not gonna look that pretty.
Okay,
There's no-
I know why this remake happened. It happened because Dark Moon happened. If they're going to remake a game that's in like if they're gonna remake a Mario game that's like Luigi related,
Mhm.
why wouldn't it be Luigi's Mansion? It's so easy. They can reuse so many assets. I get
Yeah,
it, but
I get that.
but the 3DS. I know.
Probably
Okay,
could've
Dark Moon was on the 3DS. Come on, really?
It's a last cash grab. It's, to me, that's what I see as this is the 3DS's last hoorah.
It's easier. If they were gonna put it on the Switch, they'd have to update the graphics too.
A tiny bit.
A tiny bit. The Switch is like far superior than the.
Well, we're talking about
GameCube
3D
was.
models here, though. These are 3D models we're looking at, not sprite art that they need to upres. You know, like it's 3D models. Come on. I'm sure that they can bring the Luigi's the Dark Moon model into the Switch just fine.
Hmm.
A lot of the assets they can probably just
Still think
do.
it needed some updates.
They would need to update it. They can't reuse a lot of the code that they probably are for Dark Moon, but like
I have a better idea.
I've never played
How about
Luigi's
the-
Mansion and I want to play it, but I'm not going to buy it on the 3DS.
You haven't
I
played
have the
Luigi's
original
Mansion
one.
yet?
No, I've never played Luigi's Mansion.
Huh.
I have the original one, so I like totally glazed over this.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. I didn't know I was with heathens.
I'm not a huge Mario fan. I know that's like blasphemy to say. I like a lot of Nintendo games, and that makes me a Nintendo fan. But I'm not like you know.
I get it, but
I just so happen to like Fire Emblem and Pokemon, you know.
yeah. Here's what I think would have made it better for me. Don't put this on 3DS and just grab Dark Moon and then put that on the Switch. And
Bundled
upscale
with
that one.
Luigi's Mansion because they were obviously going to develop it anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
Make it a double pack. Say, hey, guess what? We're getting a double pack, and we're announcing at E3. And by the way, drop a Luigi's Mansion 3 trailer.
I want to play it. I want to play it. I'm not going to. And that's the
No.
worst
You want
part.
to, but you're not gonna.
It's on the 3DS. Okay, I have 2 more games to play on the 3DS. I am currently playing Fire Emblem Echoes, and then after that I'm going to play Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology, and then I am done. I'm retiring my 3DS.
What about Metroid?
Really?
If you get it, I will borrow it from you.
I already have it, and I beat it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We already talked about this, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna borrow it from you. We should do that.
That
What,
that
Luigi's
that
Mansion?
was
No,
That was my last. No. Metroid.
Metroid.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This was my like last game for the 3DS that I cared about was Metroid. So all this that's in the direct, I completely ignored. I was like, "Where's the Switch?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of the Switch, let's move on to those titles.
So Kirby Star Allies. Cool.
Let's move on to more
No,
titles.
hold up.
I mean, look, I'll just say I've never played a Kirby game. They look fun and all,
Yeah,
but I have other games to buy.
fair. I think did I let you
yeah.
borrow like 2 GBA Kirby games? I think I did.
I only
Like,
got
a
DS
few weeks
games
ago.
from you.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
No, wait.
Yeah, right?
I remember.
Yeah.
I just haven't had the chance to play them.
Oh, okay. They're great
We're
games.
sidetracked easily.
I really like these like puzzle. They're kind of puzzle platformers. I just like this type of platformer. Kirby games are just like really solid little experiences. Each one, at least like the main series Kirby games, the ones that are like actual like full, not pinball and stuff like that or yarn or whatever, but like things that I would consider like actual Kirby games are pretty fun. And so I think the Star Allies. I picked up the demo. I'm actually probably gonna buy it and play it. And the fact that I can like just play as Meta Knight, sick. Yeah, I'm gonna play as Meta Knight. I'm totally gonna play as Meta Knight. And I forget that one boss from that one game with the bat wings that flies. I'll play as him. Yeah, I'm gonna play as DDD. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna play as frickin' Meta Knight. Yeah.
It's meta, bro.
I like how you're going to love and play this game,
Yeah.
but you're not giving Luigi's Mansion the time of day.
Well, not that I'm not giving it the time of day. I said that I want to play it. I'm just not going to purchase this game for the 3DS.
Okay.
Are you, Brad?
I
Which one?
don't
Luigi's Mansion?
think...
Yes.
I already beat it.
No, for the
I'm in a different
3DS.
boat. I'm gonna for Luigi's Mansion for 3DS.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, I've already beat it.
Okay.
It's the same game.
What's up?
I'm in the same boat as Brad. I have the GameCube version. I loved it. I beat it like 3 times. I'm not gonna buy the game again.
Okay. Yeah.
Nintendo has a bad habit with that, making me buy the games over again.
Then I'm probably not going to be able to borrow it from someone, and I'm probably not going to purchase it, so I'm probably not going to play it.
Dolphin Emulator. What was that?
Maybe. But Okami for the Nintendo Switch.
Janelle wants me to play that game
You
so
should.
bad.
You should play that
And-
game.
I will play it. I am not buying it. She has to buy it, and I'll play it. I'm going back to my cheapskate argument.
Have you played it, Gerardo?
No, that's another game I have, so I'm not gonna buy this
Okay,
version
fair,
of it.
fair.
But I will play it soon, hopefully. I was actually thinking of doing that tonight, but
It's not a long game, but
I don't see. I don't
it's
imagine it being very long.
it's a pretty fun game. I've beat it, but it's been ages, and I don't remember it that well, to be honest. I'd
Did
probably
they have a
not.
sequel?
What?
Did they have a sequel?
No.
no.
I'm probably not gonna play it. I'm probably not gonna buy it. Okay, if Janelle gets it and she lets you borrow it, I might ask Janelle if I can borrow it, but I'm probably not going to like buy Okami again. You know, I never bought Okami actually. I borrowed it from a friend for the Wii. So I don't know.
We are not moral high grounds here when it comes. I was just like, "Oh, how'd you play this game?" Oh, I borrowed it.
Are you guys gonna get Sushi Striker? But hey,
No.
here we go. Another port.
I never heard of this game before.
It's on the 3DS. It's a 3DS game. It's a new 3DS game too, actually. It's one of those
Really?
random games
New
that
3DS
came out.
exclusive? New 3DS?
Not new 3DS exclusive.
Well, I mean...
No. It's a new game on the 3DS.
Oh, okay,
That's what I
okay,
meant.
okay.
Not
I
for.
thought you meant it was for the
I was
new
gonna
3DS.
say, I don't think it
I was
needed
like,
I don't
to be
think
on
what
the
kind of game
3DS.
is this?
No, this is just like a game that was on the 3DS. It came out pretty recently, and now they're porting it to the Switch. with online play, so you can like throw sushi like at you and your friends can sushi battle against each other. Though it's a pretty interesting looking.
It's what I've always
This
wanted
game
to do.
must have done some form of well to have justified a Switch port.
I mean, the worst part is that if it's $10, I'll buy it. It does
And
look
again,
fun.
you're
fault,
not gonna
Hunter.
play
Trailer
Luigi's
looks
Mansion.
good. Wait, you'll buy this?
You won't play Luigi's Mansion.
You'll buy the Sushi Strikers, but you won't play Luigi's Mansion.
It's on the 3DS.
Look, at
It's
this
on the-
point, you need to buy Luigi's Mansion. Dude.
Can I borrow your GameCube and play it?
No, man.
No. I'll play it if I borrow it from one of you guys.
Just talking
Buy
about
it.
borrowing.
Maybe I'll dust off my Wii
Okay.
and throw
Okay.
it in the Wii.
Okay. Let's move on from Sushi because this next game I really do want to talk about.
I want to talk a lot about Octopath Traveler as well.
Octopath Traveler. Yes.
Traveler.
I ever since this game had that little teaser, I thought it looked gorgeous, and I
Did you
needed
play the
to
demo?
have it. I didn't play the demo.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play the demo because I'm gonna jump in head first once the game comes out. I don't need to play the demo for that.
Okay. Yeah.
I already
no.
know I'm gonna get the game.
I'm like currently planning out my phase of JRPGs, and like my current order is I just beat I Am Setsuna, and I am currently playing Fire Emblem, and then I'm gonna play Radiant Historia, and by then Octopath Traveler should be out, and then I'm gonna play Octopath Traveler.
It's coming out in July, isn't it?
Yes. Good
July
question.
14th, 15th,
Let
something
me,
like that.
let me check. I think
I
that sounds
believe so.
right. That sounds right.
And also, I got the name now, finally, because the names always sounded a little weird, to say the least.
It's 8 paths.
Yeah, it's 8 paths, so I'm like, okay, then why is there only one traveler?
No, but it's because you play as one character. It's not like
One at a time, but
yeah.
isn't like the overall story between 8 people, or is it just...
It's you play as one character,
Mhm.
and that is the traveler, and then you go through their story, and then you can choose another character to play with
Mhm.
and play their story through that world.
I wonder if that's gonna shorten the game per person, if it's
More
vastly
travel.
different between each other, or if it's just the same. It's just a little bit of a different path you take.
So here's the thing. I know which game that they are taking from. They're taking inspiration from a terrible game that literally me and our friend Peter are like the only 2 people that I know liked.
Yeah.
Called Legend of Legacy. Peter's the only other person I know in the world that liked that game. And I know why. It's not a good game, but I liked it. And the whole... Okay, get this. So you play a 60-hour RPG, right? And when you, like, get KO'd in the game, the penalty is you lose max HP. You lose max HP stat. This game is so hard that after battles, they fully heal you.
That sounds so fucking.
You lose max... Okay, anyways, so...
That's
This
an
game
interesting
is-
way of going about it.
You play... It's basically... Okay, there is one story, and you choose the one character that you want, and you can also recruit the other characters to your team. And if you if you swap out the character that you chose, so like I chose the guy with a really large sword, but if I swapped him out for the dancer girl, and I just like played it with the frog, the dancer girl, and the bow guy, the story would now become the dancer girl story. Actually, there was no story even. There was just personal motivations throughout the main story. But the thing is that you can choose by 100. The way you will 100% the game is you play through the big sword guy story, then you play through the frog story, then you play through the girl story, then you play through all 8 people's stories. Except it's not different stories, it's the same game. It's the same game. You just...
Okay.
The story isn't even there.
Hmm.
There's lore, but when you find a new area and you're exploring through it, it's not. There's no story moments. Anyways,
But this is just from the demo, though.
I played the game through, all the way through.
Are you talking about Legends of Legacy
Legend of
or
Legacy.
whatever?
Legend of Legacy.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting there,
Octopath Traveler, what I understand from this is that it's trying to pull the good things from Legend of Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the 8 characters, but I'm pretty sure that each of them are going to have their own stories. They're each going to go through their own like experiences in this universe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what I think is going to be the case.
I really hope they emphasize story, because that's
Yeah.
what I want in a Japanese RPG, and that's unfortunately what I did not get from I Am Setsuna overall.
True. I was
That
like,
was the last JRPG I played.
I was explaining. I liked I Am Setsuna, but like I was explaining it to my club actually. During we had like a design talk about like something that we're working on, a project that we're working on, and like I was explaining to them like why I don't think that there should be 2 cave levels in a row in like this project that we're working on, and like my citation for that was like, I played a game called I Am Setsuna, and in a JRPG I really appreciate the story, and so I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just keep playing until I'm done with the ice level. Joke's on me. The whole game was the ice level. It was 60 hours of snow and variations of like ice cave to like the next dungeon is an ice cave. And you know what the next dungeon is? It's like this ice cave. And like, ugh. So
exactly how I saw it.
So like
It was not the most intuitive.
So, like, to get back on the rails a little bit, Octopath Traveler, I think, is going to need to have smaller stories individually. If each story is around 10, 15 hours, probably depends on the character, too.
And how you play, I'm sure.
That's a more than 80-hour RPG. That they did it. That's a typical JRPG length. You know what I mean? So I
Unless
feel
you're me and you take extra time.
Yeah, true. I always like grind to the point where I'm like 1KOing bosses and stuff. But like, so it's like for me, this is probably going to be more like 25 hours each or something. But like, I mean, they're going to have to be small. Is my point. I don't understand how they could fit if it was like each character was like a 40 or so hour RPG. Then it would have to be the same game that they're just playing through over and over. You know what I mean? There couldn't be separate story moments without a lot of development time, and this is Square's side project. So I don't think so.
They got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
Looking at you, Kingdom Hearts.
It's like they opened up a new studio for I Am Setsuna, and it's the same people that's working on this game. It was mixture of Bravely Default developers and Tokyo JRPG something like that is the company that they founded for this. And so like it's a combination of those developers, and they have the potential to make it like a full like 80-hour JRPG, but not like it. This is damn near an indie studio.
Yeah, I just want a good story. If all else fails, if I get a good story, I'm good. And the visuals are gorgeous. I love the 2D sprites mixed with the 3D world.
I know, and just like just running around like the slightly faded color palettes and just everything about it.
It looks like a pop-up book, and I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, so did Legend of Legacy. Now you're scaring me. Literally, as you walked around, trees would pop up and stuff.
That's kind of a cool.
It was really cool, actually. Let's talk about this otaku assassin.
Oh, this is no more
Travis strikes again. No more heroes.
I never played those games.
I am not gonna lie. Yeah, I would, Gerardo. I really wanted to play the first one. Never did. This game looks to be very different from the first one in terms of its genre and look at everything. So I would want to play the first one before I played this one.
So I'm just going to go ahead and let you two, I guess, take the reins, because I didn't know that Travis Strikes Again was a franchise. So,
No, I barely know this franchise, and that's just because there was
same.
very few mature games on the Wii. and No More
Yeah,
Heroes
exactly.
was one of them.
Okay.
That's why people looked at No More Heroes. It was like the mature game for the Wii.
Okay.
And all I know is how you light up your lightsaber is by doing this weird jerking animation. With
Oh
the
yeah,
wheel.
yeah. Like this.
What? No.
No, it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's really it's
Amazing.
yeah.
This
IRL?
game is
IRL.
Like
yeah.
with the Wiimote
With
slash
the
Joy-Con?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. No, the just the Wii remote. Like you'd have to grab it and you have to shake it vigorously up and down.
Fantastic.
And I'm like, oh, this is. They know
The
what they're
character would
doing.
be doing it in game too. With his sword, he would be shaking
Yeah.
it like that.
And there was this weird sexual tension scene with this one lady, and he like popped out his sword, and it was just, oh, it was really weird.
I see.
I remember seeing that one scene from like a trailer, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Well, that sounds interesting. I probably still don't care about it. Dark Souls. Amiibo.
Yeah, okay.
Solaire Amiibo. You guys aren't really Dark Souls fans, right?
No.
I will be getting this.
Okay.
I have Demon's Souls. I've never played it.
Okay. I really like Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I haven't played like the Demon Souls or the Bloodborns or any of that. It's been a while since I played Dark Souls. I might pick it up. I don't know. Yeah.
This is my first venture with it, and I play the Switch so much more than I play most of my other consoles now.
Sure.
I might as well get it for the Switch.
It makes perfect sense for you, actually. Yeah. I look at it almost in the same way as Skyrim. I haven't gotten Skyrim for the Switch yet. I plan to. Does that mean that I'll actually do it? Hopefully.
If it goes
Yes.
down in price at some point,
Yeah.
maybe.
So I might play Dark Souls Remastered on the Nintendo Switch.
Maybe
Since-
not for
Since
$60.
I've never played Dark Souls before, I can probably play through Demon's Souls and then get Dark Souls on the Switch.
Demon Souls happened. Okay, different universes.
No, I know.
Yeah, okay, you know the
I
story.
just like
Okay.
seeing the gameplay progress from game to game.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Yeah,
Evolve.
playing Demon Souls would be best.
No, Solaire Amiibo. Solaire and Smash?
No.
Stop. So,
We're
actually,
not
I
there
do.
yet.
It is kind
We
of silly
can
how
come
like
back to that.
it's kind of silly how like the primary function of that Solaire amiibo is to praise the sun, instead of like going to the gestures and choosing the praise the sun gesture. It's just tap the throw the amiibo on there. I'm probably not gonna. I don't know. I kind of want it. It's $12 amiibo. Yeah, I might get it even if I don't get it. Even if I don't get Dark Souls.
Mhm.
Thoughts?
I buy amiibos for their looks
That's true. You do.
straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Along my wall, I still have them packaged. I have the bulk of the Smash amiibos.
You're a collector. You're not like.
Yeah, I collect these things mainly because of Smash. Ever since Melee came out, and you have the little trophy stands of all the characters, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they actually made it in real life. Now I'm gonna spend over $300.
Yeah, they did that, but actually. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get Solaire?
If I can find it.
Okay. But it is like something that you want to get.
It is something that I would get. I have
What-
Shovel Knight. I
Okay.
would get this.
For whatever reason, I can't see why you in particular would not like Dark Souls. But what if you don't like Dark Souls and then you're stuck with a Solaire amiibo?
I don't think it matters. I have an Overwatch cup and I've never played Overwatch.
You
And
should
I
give me
just
that
have
cup.
these things.
Um,
I just have things.
that's true. You do have like a bunch of random video game paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Captain Toad. Fun, actually. I'm down.
Janelle is gonna get this game.
I'm going to borrow it from her then, if she lets me.
If it's not,
Actually, I might buy it.
I mean,
She
if
might
you borrow
download
it, then
okay?
I'll
I
just
don't
borrow
know.
it.
I don't know if this is gonna have a physical release, so good luck with that.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. If it's $20, I'll
Then
get
we'll just borrow her Switch.
it. Yeah. No, I'll just log into her account and then go through her archive. That's probably not how that
I don't.
works.
I don't know if that's how it works.
It's not. It's by Switch. I've experienced that firsthand with my experience with Nintendo customer service. I know all about this. Thoughts though?
I have, I would play it at Janelle's house. If it comes out that it's really fun, I do want to play it. Actually,
Okay.
I really do want to.
Same,
play it,
actually.
because that was one of the fun parts about Super Mario 3D. So, I like 3D World, but Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, I kind of liked on par with 3D World for the mini games that they offered. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I never paid attention to Captain Toad like ever, so I have no idea what this game is even about.
So
it's a
you're
puzzle game.
Toad, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like running. You're walking, not jumping because you can't jump, over like a grid-based system, and you control this Toad, or rather, you lead him along, and you need to figure out ways to like get like on top of bridges and stuff. I don't know. It's an interesting little game, and there's like a lot of like excavation and stuff. And the angle that they're going, he's like an explorer essentially. He's Captain Toad, an expert explorer, and so he appears several times throughout Mario Odyssey, as I'm sure you've noticed playing
totally.
Super Mario Odyssey. So what they're adding to the Switch version of the game is Mario Odyssey maps, and I think that they're sort of going for a lot of people are sort of saying like, oh, it'd be cool if they like show like how Captain Toad got there into like all these maps, and I think that's
wants to know that.
a few people.
Hunter, you're gonna need to give me some names.
On like
Hopefully.
Reddit
I
and
really,
stuff.
really need to know how Captain Toad did this.
No, it's like jokes and stuff mostly, but like the point is that Nintendo thought about it also. It was at least the kind of question that Nintendo wanted to answer, and so here we are with Captain and Toad on the Nintendo Switch, and with Super Mario Odyssey stuff.
Kind of like Toad's mushroom cap. We gotta know what's underneath that cap.
No, it's a part of his head now. They said that.
I know.
They said it's a
It's-
head.
Despite the anime, where he like
But
takes
they-
off the hat.
He said there's
You
still
called
a
the
secret,
cartoon
though.
the anime?
What?
The cartoon.
You called the cartoon the anime?
Hey, was it an animation from Japan?
No.
Super Mario Bros. Anime.
No.
No, it wasn't. That was an American thing.
No. It's completely
Oh.
American. A Brooklyn Mario? No.
Well, hang on, hang on. I'm gonna look this up. Super Mario.
It was part of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
What was the anime called?
It's not the anime. It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. It's a cartoon in the 80s. Early 90s, even.
Wikipedia. Oh, okay, it is an American. It was made in
Yes.
America. Okay, but I was saying,
lying.
okay, but they do like dub in anime. They'll dub like a Brooklyn guy for like a certain thing or something. You know, like they'll. That's why I figure like, okay, what if this was like animated and stuff in Japan, and then
Yeah.
you
But
see what I mean though? I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways, that was
animated,
my
but it's
thought
not like
behind it.
I get it, but when I think of anime, I think of kawaii shit. I don't think of Ed, Ed, and Eddie and think that's an anime.
No, but if it's animated,
That's
shut up. All right.
Obviously, the best anime is Corey in the house.
Undertale on the Switch.
Oh, I'm gonna get it again.
Again, I got
Again.
it. Okay, I got Undertale for like 80 cents on Steam. I don't.
Same here.
I'm kind of done. I don't know. I played it. I had my playthrough.
Did you get the good ending?
I don't. Yes, I did actually. Yeah, I think I did.
There's the good ending,
Which is weird
the
because
best
it's very
ending.
hard to do so apparently when you kill
There's the
Toriel.
best ending, the good ending, and the bad ending.
I killed Toriel, and apparently it's hard to get the good. You have to do like special things to get Toriel.
Yeah.
To get the good ending when you kill Toriel, but I did that.
You got to get the best ending. That game, I am not gonna lie, it made me cry 3 times. At the end of the good ending, it made me cry, and at the end of the best ending, it made me cry twice.
I'm pretty critical of this game for a lot of reasons. I don't think it's like the pinnacle of like video game achievement that a lot of people seemed
No.
to like. I think it was a solid-ish kind of like game that was sort of impactful. It was pretty impactful for me actually. There was a lot of moments where I just felt like especially with these quirky characters, it really just gelled everything. But it wasn't a game. Okay, it only took me like 3 to 5 hours to get through. So like, I don't know. I don't see myself playing it again though. Despite the
I will.
Okay.
And I'm making Janelle do it because she hasn't done it, and I really like this game.
She hasn't?
No, she has not. And I'm like, the Switch is coming out. Perfect. You have no excuse.
I haven't played it either, but honestly,
You
I'd
have no
probably
excuse.
just get it for the PS4 instead.
Why? It's on the Switch.
I kind of default buy multi-platform games for the PS4.
Interesting.
That's really... that is interesting.
Because the Switch... Not that it's a better console, it's not, but it you can play... Like, this is the kind of game... I would purchase games based on platform, based on the kind of game it is. So Undertale is the kind of game you could, like, beat it in, like, 3-ish hours and be done with it. So, like, I don't see that as, like, throw it on the big screen kind of game, you know what I mean? It's a game that you can, like, just sort of breeze through. And that feels way more handheld-y, kind of, I guess, to me.
I think most of the indie games kind of hit up with the Switch. They're having a great time with the Switch, so... That's
true. The Switch is kind of like a gold mine for indie games. It's kind of like the haven for them too as well. But there's still a lot of games that, even indie games, that I wouldn't say go well on the Switch. So a lot of indie games that I've played, I wouldn't say like
Setsuna's Sacrifice.
Setsuna's Sacrifice?
What is it? Senua's Sacrifice? Is that what?
I have no idea about anything about that game. But
well, it's like the $30 indie game that looks gorgeous.
Okay.
And has a great story, and I need to play it.
My point is that like it depends on the game. The type of game it is has me kind of choose the platform, I guess, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a game that I got for the Xbox One because it was on sale for like, what was it called? It was another JRPG, but it's a very simple RPG actually, and I really liked it. It was around 20-ish hours long. It was a very simple little story narrative. And I played it. I got it for the Xbox One because it was on sale, but then I looked at like what other platforms it would be on, which is only like the PS4, which I don't have, and the PC. And the PC was also on sale for even more actually at the time, but I got it for the Xbox One because it felt more like a console big screen game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which I can totally throw my PC games on my TV, but I don't know. It was right in front of me, and I had the credit in my Microsoft account.
Convenience.
While
exactly.
Those are good points. In Undertale's case, it is cross-buy. So honestly, I could get it for the PS4 or the Switch. I can have it handheld either way.
It's cross-buy?
Yeah, most PS4 games are cross-buy.
And you can put it on the Switch?
No, you put it on the Vita.
Oh, you put it on the Vita. I see what you
mean.
Remember.
I thought you said Switch earlier.
Remember, I'm the only person that bought the Vita.
Okay.
You're one of the 20 people in America.
I am the one person that bought the Vita.
You were so proud. You did like a little like lap tapping thing. It was, wow.
You really like that console.
I support underappreciated consoles.
All right.
You
So
supported it before it was underappreciated.
Yeah, that's
true. You're not as hipster as you
Come
try
on,
to lay
look,
up.
at release, the Vita was a very strong console.
A gaming icon is crashing onto the Nintendo Switch.
Okay, that...
Gaming icon.
Actually, I expected this.
I did too.
I think we all kind of... I mean, it was leaked a little bit
I'm
ago.
almost happy, but I'm also disappointed. I read a little about this. The game originally has a lot of references to Naughty Dog, the original creators.
Yeah.
And they're removing them for the ports. They're removing all references to Naughty Dog.
That kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks.
That's like removing Kojima's name from MGS5.
That's a little worse almost because it's a part of the game. This is like Kojima was still like in the helicopter or whatever. Like this is like, is it funny references? Does it take away from the game?
I think there's jokes. I haven't played the remake because I have the original ones, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
I think it's probably like jokes and just throwbacks.
I'm still gonna get it because the only Crash Bandicoot game I played was CTR.
oh yes,
Which was a
only
great
the
game.
only
It's a
karting
good
game
one.
to rival
Mario
was
Kart.
CTR. Crash Team Racer.
It was
That's
definitely
the only game.
It was a great game.
It was a great game.
For that reason, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the Crash Bandicoot games, all 3 original Crash Bandicoot games on the Nintendo Switch. I don't care enough to go for the Naughty Dog stuff to like pick up an old console and like this is the whole deal. I'm not gonna do that, you know.
No, I wouldn't expect. Most
Not for a
people to.
couple of jokes. So I'm fine. I'm probably gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Can I borrow
I am
it,
gonna
guys?
do it.
No, I'm not buying it.
I'm kidding.
No, Hunter, no.
I'm kidding.
I am going to get it, and I'm going to enjoy it because this was also part of my childhood. I
Okay.
played these games a lot when I was a kid, and I never beat them because they were so hard.
They are catering to people like that. Yeah, absolutely.
They are ungodly when it came to the difficulty.
Dark
So
Souls of
I'm going to
PS1.
enjoy.
So now, was it hard because you were 7 though?
No,
Okay.
That
played them fairly recently.
Okay.
No,
Alright.
I played it with Gerardo, and it did still kick my ass.
Okay. Well, in that case, I definitely want to play it then, and I will
Yeah,
definitely
it's-
borrow it from Janelle. No.
Yeah.
So, Gerardo, next up, actually, a game that you seemed very interested in when me and a friend of ours was like showing it to you, Little Nightmares,
Yeah, I am very interested in it,
coming to the Switch.
but
It's on
I
PS4.
only
the-
saw what you showed me, so I
Oh.
saw like the first 30 seconds of the game.
If I buy it, is it gonna have a? If it has a hardcover release, I'll buy it and I'll let you borrow it.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd
cool.
be down for that.
I think I have it on Steam and then never played through it.
Isn't that like everyone's Steam account though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like started it. Is it?
even mine, like the 6 games I own on Steam, I've never played any of them.
You've played
Yeah.
Castle Crashers
That one time
with me and Brad.
I'm gonna get this game, and Janelle wanted it really bad, and we planned
Oh, perfect. I'll buy it
on
from Janelle.
we might stream it because she really wants to.
Fun. Okay.
Could
Yeah.
all stream.
So I think we're gonna do that one with Little Nightmares.
This is kind of the perfect game to do an evening with Hunter with. My evening with Hunter streams. Damn it. You're gonna steal my thunder. You can't have an evening with
I
Brad.
said it first. I copyrighted it. It's mine.
Copyrighted it. This is an evening
fine.
with Hunter.
It's mine.
Copyright.
Okay, so
I
now
got to the office first. I filed the paperwork. It's fine.
I liked the way that the announcer said. He was being very, very careful, the announcer, when he said, South Park, the fractured but whole, is coming to Nintendo Switch. You can tell how careful he was.
I am
On
surprised that was
Nintendo.
even there. I'm surprised it was even there, and they even talked about it. They could have just tweeted it out.
I never played this game.
I never played any.
either
I don't
of
even
them.
watch the show, so I don't really have
I
much
watched like the
attachment at all to
first 2
South Park.
seasons.
I watched the show. I've seen the show at least. I've seen the first few seasons. It's a. Sometimes the humor is a little not my style, but sometimes it really hits the nail on the head. And I feel like this game as a JRPG on the Nintendo Switch, yeah, I'll pick it up with like characters that I know, you know, like it.
Mhm.
And
I
like,
will
with a
wait
name
for
like
Bargain bin.
Fractured but Whole is a great name.
It is a great name.
Come
Oh yeah,
on
no, it is
now.
a great name.
Fractured.
That's like
but
an
whole.
unbeatable name.
That is a great name. Let alone the fractured butthole thing. That's a great name.
It's a great name.
They
Cartman is a mage. Sick. Come on now.
The guy who made the name needs a raise.
I hope he did. I
I
hope he got a raise.
I hope he got royalties.
Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
All this tells us is when it's launching, so
Are you no? But I mean, are you gonna get it?
nothing special. No, I'm not.
You
I
already
already have
had
it.
it. Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
And the
I didn't have
DLC
it.
pass.
What?
I didn't have it, so it's more enticing for me.
I didn't have it.
It comes
and
with
it's
all the
enticing to
DLC?
me. And it's because it always bothered me that like the 3DS version was like the better version, but it sucked. So like
Then, is it really the better version?
exactly, and so like that's why like this game on the Switch, the definitive edition that includes all the stuff from both versions of the game, is really cool to me, and I'm probably gonna get it because I always said like the Zelda skin works very well on Dynasty Warriors, surprisingly well, and yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm probably gonna get it.
It was very fun, and I've only played a handful of Warriors games,
Yeah.
and I will say this was probably my second favorite.
Okay. Okay. Did you play the Dragon Quest Warriors?
No, I have no connection to Dragon Quest, unfortunately.
I played the demo on the Switch, and the fact that it ran at 8 FPS, man, I'm not gonna play it. So,
You're watching a
ARMS.
slideshow.
Are we gonna talk about the ARMS thing or the ARMS tournament happening, or do we care?
Do we care? Hold on, dudes. Any of us have the game?
No.
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 So, why don't we go ahead and wrap up here, because we've been talking for about an hour, and why don't we come back to sort of the main event that we wanted to talk about, really, which was Smash Brothers on the Switch.
The proper fighting game for Nintendo.
All right. So you have been listening to the a little discussion about the Nintendo Direct, the recent Nintendo Direct, and we will see you guys next time.